Hey, how you doing? Look at me. 10 episodes. Episode number 10 of Going in Dry with Chad. Isn't that incredible? We've done 10 over the course of 5 months? Isn't that cool? I'm really on top of this thing, huh? Fun. What the fuck should I talk about this week? Since I'm kind of on a roll. I'm doing 2 in a row here. Two weeks in a row. What should I talk about? Oh, I know what I'll talk about. Drugs. Now this is just nicotine, so it's not one of the harder substances. But it is a drug nonetheless, right? And to start off the show here, I guess I'll start off with vaping, because vaping is really in the news right now. It's like it's the hot button issue, the hot topic right now. And as someone who used to shop at Hot Topic, I know Hot Topics, my friend. I know them like the back of my hand. I know I'm right on the cusp, the precipice of what everybody is what everybody finds interesting. So that's why we're gonna lead off with that, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, I'm a vapor or vapist, as I like to call myself. Not around women. Yeah, apparently a fuck ton of people got sick. Very, very sick. Had to be admitted to a hospital, emergency room, because of vaping in Idaho or Iowa or one of those states that starts with an I where there's nothing to fucking do. One of those states. And it was 20 something people within the course of a fucking month got sick, horrible respiratory illnesses, horrible lung, irreversible lung damage and shit. So now, what's going on is all these motherfuckers in the mainstream media trying to tell the regular man, a blue collar man like me, that I shouldn't be vaping now. That apparently it's very dangerous, or according to fucking whatever. But, they very conveniently did not reveal what the fuck these kids were vaping on. And I'm not one to shy away from admitting that I'm wrong when I am wrong, when new evidence presents itself, okay? I don't want to give you the wrong idea about me. But I have not seen one goddamn study. There have been independent studies on the effects of vaping. Inconclusive so far from what I've read. If you have some other info that you'd like to throw my way, be my guest. I would love to read it. Prove me wrong, because I'm kind of sick of spending money on this shit. And I want to quit this too. But, yeah, so now they conveniently leave out in all these news stories what the hell these kids were actually vaping. They're like, we don't know, we have no idea. And the thing about vaping is that it's not regulated by the FDA, right? So anybody and their fucking grandpappy can make their own shit and sell it, pretty much. So who knows what the fuck bootleg shit fucking these kids were smoking, vaping on. Fucking antifreeze or some shit. Who knows? Who knows what the kids of today are into? I don't know. I'm out of touch. I'm not a cool guy, despite my aviators and my sick hat. I'm not exactly hip. I'm not the coolest motherfucker. So yeah. Another thing is, I put my conspiracy hat on for just a second. One of the most popular vaping products today is the Juul. I see a lot of people, mostly like 20-something girls, vaping on some Juuls because they look like a fucking Apple product. You like sync it to your phone or some shit. So that's like the most popular one. And you know who has a stake in that company, huh? Do you? Do you know? It's like fucking one of the major tobacco companies. It's like Philip Morris or one of those. Has like a part ownership or something like that. I forget. I should have went back and reread some of my notes before I started this, but yeah, I'm basically telling the truth. You just have to like fucking look, just Google it. It's to get the exact information. But that's kind of funny, isn't it? My conspiracy theory is that Juul wants to be the only vape product on the market. Okay, and they have influence. They have the big tobacco kind of hand in there, and I think they want to try to force out all the little guys. They want to be the only one. They only want to be the only one in the game. Okay, and I think I'm on to something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my 2 cents. It's my 2 cents. But yeah, theme of today: drugs. For my 10th anniversary. Fuck me, 10th episode. I guess it's whatever. That's gonna be the theme today, I guess. Drugs. That's drug stories. I could tell some drug stories. I have plenty of those. When I first moved to New York City, I did a lot of ecstasy. I don't know if I mentioned this before. That was when ecstasy still was plentiful. It was raining from the fucking heavens. They practically handed it to you when you're like a 20-year-old fucking hopping off the train. You coming to the city, coming to Brooklyn. Everybody did some fucking ecstasy back then. At least it seemed like it. Maybe I just hung out in weird circles. That's probably more likely. But yeah, you can't even get it now. I mean, at least I haven't. I'm no longer 20, 21, or 22, so on and so forth. So maybe that's why it seems kind of foreign to me now, or at least the act of procuring said drug. Yeah. See, it just seems so far away. I mean, I don't know. I thought maybe we just fucking did it all. I don't know. Maybe we did all the fucking ecstasy. There is no more. It's like acid. You can't get real acid anymore, apparently. And I mean, that's what I hear through the grapevine. I'm not much of a psychedelic guy myself, but I wouldn't mind trying some real acid. But yeah, like you can't get it. It's not like in the 60s. They fucking did it all. All the hippies did it back then. They fucking had a grand old time. They're like, we're gonna fucking live forever, man. Fucking drop that shit. Yeah, anybody watch the new Woodstock documentary? On what was it? Was that on Netflix? One of those. I feel like I learned a lot. Like that fucking Woodstock must have smelled horrible. It must have been fucking god awful. Jesus Christ, can you imagine 500,000 people just like no showers, rolling around in mud and fucking bodily fluids, and it fucking rains, and it was such a clusterfuck, that thing. It's very romanticized now, or at least it was for a while. I feel like now it's like we've kind of went in the other direction because everybody hates boomers now or something. I don't know. I feel like everybody kind of sucks. So I don't know. I don't really hate boomers more than I hate people my age. You're all kind of a bunch of assholes. Just in different ways, you know? So, yeah, but that was like nothing. It's amazing that fucking Woodstock thing went off. Like, it happened pretty successfully. I mean, it's legendary now. And it was just, the whole thing was a clusterfuck. Just like shit that barely got built in time. And like they couldn't build gates around the fucking thing, so no one really paid to get. That's why there's so many goddamn people there. That's why 500,000 fucking hippies just fucking stumbled fucking into the. It's like because they didn't have a way to collect tickets. They didn't make any money. I mean, maybe they've made money since then. Of course, I'm sure they probably made money off the original documentary that came out. That had to, allowed them to recoup some of their losses. I would assume. But that thing was like insane. Like the whole festival, it's just like Jesus. It was like, if any place was just ripe to be ground zero for some fucking, no, I won't say zombie apocalypse. It's kind of played out, isn't it? But it's some horrible fucking contagion that would just eliminate half of the human population. Woodstock would have been the place, wouldn't it? I feel like that if that happened now, definitely something would start there. Some kind of virus, some kind of new strain of Ebola or something. Or like it would be like something like mutated salmonella or some shit. Fucking salmonella AIDS. Yeah, fucking no. What was I talking about? Yeah, drugs, acid. Yeah, they did all the acid there, I think. So there's no more acid. Can't really get ecstasy anymore. I was given it once a couple of years back. Apparently that's what it was. It's what I was told. This chick gave it to me, or I bought it from her for like $20 or something. And she was like, "Yeah, I made it myself." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know why. I mean, ideally, that would be a good thing, right? Most drug dealers aren't like, "Yeah, I fucking cooked this shit up myself." It's usually like, it's like a middleman thing, right? Like, it's not like the guy, the coke dealer in the neighborhood is out is out back in his backyard, fucking pouring the gasoline in the chopping up the coca leaf or whatever the fuck they do. I've seen documentaries on that too, like how they make it. It's so fucking weird. It's such a long goddamn process. I feel like I would just give up in the middle of it. I'd be like, this is too much goddamn work. It's like you need like a fucking 1,000 pounds of the leaves, and then all this other fucking chemical shit you gotta do. And that's just if you want like a small amount. So that, I can never. It's not like that was like a fucking job prospect. That like I'm not gonna be a fucking coke manufacturer. But if I did do it, it would be great. It'd be incredible. It'd be the hottest shit on the market. I can tell you. It'd be huge. But yeah, ecstasy is an interesting. Ecstasy is an interesting drug, and it always it was never really the same experience every time. I mean, there are similar things you experience, yeah, but there are little differences every time. It's like a little surprise. It's a little it's usually not a good surprise. It's like usually like, how fucking depressed am I gonna feel tomorrow this time around? Because that always kind of changed. It was never really the same. It's like you felt like shit, but sometimes you're like, it's not horrible, but it's varying degrees of come down, just like nightmare. But yeah, we used to throw these fucking parties in Bed-Stuy where I live in Bed-Stuy now. Oh shit, I shouldn't say that. I live in Harlem now. But I used to live in Bed-Stuy. fuck it. Nobody watches these anyway. My very first apartment, aside from my dorm room in Upper Manhattan, was in Bed-Stuy, Myrtle, and Myrtle Willoughby. Right, kind of diagonally across from the Marcy Playground. Remember that band? It's a playground too. But you didn't know that shit, huh? You did? Okay. You don't care? Alright. Yeah, and we used to throw these fucking parties there all the time. I'm still friends with a lot of these people. We all went to school together, or most of us went to school together. And we used to throw these fucking parties, man. A lot of the time, we'd have fucking over 100 people. Just fucking crammed to this goddamn apartment. Luckily, there was a little backyard, so that was fun. But yeah, I just remember ecstasy kind of like, I don't know if it's like this, if everyone experiences it the same way, because I know certain drugs, they just enhance who you are, like whenever I did whenever I had a date with the white lady, so they, some people say, in the past, it always just makes me, I'm very nice, and I'm very happy. I'm, hugging people, complimenting people a lot, saying how great they are. And it's usually genuine, It's a little, I pour it on a little thick sometimes, but it's genuine. It's from the heart. It's real. But yeah, with ecstasy, I don't know if it just turns everybody into like fucking these like lovey-dovey fucking all over each other, like, oh yeah, I just need to touch. Everything feels so nice. Somebody give me a massage. Feels good. Oh yeah, and it's like, well, that's why it's called ecstasy. It's very, I mean, it's a literal name. It's, that's literally what you feel in the moment. It's not like acid, like I was talking about acid for a bit. You don't know what the fuck that is. That sounds dangerous. Take the. If you didn't fucking know what acid was, and I'm sure people back then probably, before kind of caught on, some dude's like, here, take a tab of acid. You're like, fuck no, man. Keep that shit away from me. It's gonna like burn my fucking throat out. I don't want to take any acid. What kind of acid is it? Was that a hacky joke? It wasn't even a joke. I'm just like, I don't fucking write down jokes and deal them on here. But yeah, ecstasy, very aptly named substance. But it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I remember a lot of like touching it. Fucking. I remember one time I was dancing on a table or some chair or some shit, which is, if you know me, a little out of character, just a little bit. I turned into a fucking like sorority girl or something. Woo, yeah! Oh, woo! Fucking feeling good! Fucking taking my top off, playing with my nips a little bit. Yeah, that's... But yeah, it was a good time. I think I'm over it. I think I'm... I have done it for the last time. Isn't that an old saying? Like, one time in the future you will do your last pill. You'll take your last ecstasy pill, and you won't know it's your last. Something like that, isn't that a saying? So yeah, but the weird thing is, I think back on these times when I was such a deviant, and I feel like maybe I didn't take advantage, because in the moment, you don't like, I don't know, you don't really think about, oh man, I could have got so much ass if I would have just fucking played it cool. But I was I don't know, we had some good times. A lot of hugs. I love cuddling up with my friends and telling them how much I love them. Which, doesn't that mean more? And plus, I heard you can't, like, get a boner on when you take ecstasy anyway. So, it just would have been disappointing for me. And the lady, I'm guessing. Or man, I don't know. Who knows what I would have done. I was feeling fucking good, man. But yeah, I'm usually, because of my introverted demeanor. Quiet-ish, sometimes, depending on who I'm with, who I'm around. I do, or did, tend to be more of an upper guy myself. But one time I did take mushrooms. Once. I did it once. Also in Brooklyn. In the same apartment that we threw all those crazy parties. I did it with a girl who was a friend. We met. Okay. Me and a friend of mine used to go to a bar in Koreatown. Because we had this thing for a while. We were trying to get Korean girls. And we just ended up as like regulars at this Korean karaoke bar. Where it was kind of American style. So they did the karaoke at the bar. Usually you have to get like a room or something at these places. Same like with Japanese karaoke. So we would go to this. We just fucking went to a random spot, and then there was like one fine ass Korean chick working, who did not speak English, and then the other one, who was like more of like a plainer girl, still kind of cute, but that was the other bartender, and she could actually speak English though for the most part, pretty decently. And my friend and me would go to this bar and we'd sing and hang out. Eventually, my friend started dating the plain Jane Korean girl. And then on this one particular weekend, she came over and she brought the fine-ass bartender from the bar, because they were friends, I guess. And it was just me and my friend, his Korean girlfriend, and a hot Korean girl. And when I say hot, I'm not fucking exaggerating, alright? She had some fucking tits on her, man. I know that's a little crude, but if you know anything about Asian ladies, they usually don't have a lot going on, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. When I went to Japan, I kind of turned into a leg man anyway. They show a lot of leg over there with those like knee-high socks. But yeah, this chick was fine as fuck, and I was like, oh, sick. We're all hanging out together. This is gonna be cool. She still couldn't speak English though, so I was trying my fucking best, just like bumbling around, like I don't know what the fuck. What am I supposed to say? I guess it's like when you're talking with somebody who doesn't really know English that well, and then you try to like speak in simple terms, but you don't want to be like offensive. It's like you're kind of tiptoeing around, because you don't want to like sound like you're demeaning. You're being like demeaning them, or like baby talking the motherfucker. Like, but it's because there's a delicate balance there. Yeah, but she didn't know what the hell I was saying anyway. It didn't fucking matter. She just kind of sat there and looked pretty with a big old fucking. And so then we're all hanging out. It's a pretty good time, pretty laid back, pretty chill. And then my friend breaks out. He's like, "Hey, check this shit out." Bah! Bag of mushrooms. Enough to get a fucking gorilla high. Like, yeah, it's fucking. It was a decent amount. It wasn't that much, but it was a decent amount. And he's like, "Hey, anybody want to do some fucking mushrooms?" And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure. When the fuck? I don't know anything about where to get mushrooms. I don't want to ask people. I don't ask around for drugs. So I was like, yeah. And plus, they're it's my friend. I know him for a while. Let's do it. Let's do it up." And so it was me. I took some, whatever the minimum amount is. That's what I took. It was me. I took them, and then, lo and behold, hot Korean girl wants in on the action too. So you can see, kind of, maybe this not ending up that great, considering I wanted to like hook up with this girl, or fucking wanted something to happen. And on mushrooms, you're kind of incapacitated, especially if you don't really know exactly what's going to happen. It might catch you off guard a little bit. But yeah, I thought, like, so me and the Korean girl, we fucking down them with some fucking, what did we have? Like fucking cupcakes. We like put them in a cupcake. And I was like, I was excited because I was naive. I was young. And I thought we were gonna have this fucking great bonding moment, like somehow the psychedelic fucking connection was gonna be made. Like our two minds are gonna meld. We're having this shared experience, right? And then like, it was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm here for you, you're here for me. We're both experiencing this together. This is gonna be great. In a way, it might be a little romantic in a like fucking hippie dippy kind of fucking way. So we both do them, and then eventually it hits, right? Or it hits me. I don't know if it hits her first or not. I couldn't fucking tell. She wasn't saying a word the whole goddamn time anyway. So I had no idea. But it hits me, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is weird. I've never felt this before. This is, and the way everybody knows the worst thing you can do when you're tripping balls is try to fight it. That'll put you down a very dark hole that is very hard to get out of. So I get I sink into the fucking, what was it, like Get Out? Get Out when he falls into the fucking, whatever, the sunken place. That's how it fucking feels. At least that's how it felt to me. I was like, oh my god. And I don't like feeling that out of control. I still like that. I would like to be able to have a semblance of my bearings about me, So here I am falling through the fucking sunken place, and I'm starting to freak out. I'm trying to like keep calm, but at the same time, like I'm like, okay, I can't be around people right now. Like this is not good for me. And then my friend pulls out his laptop, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take it was either a picture or video of us. He fucking takes out his MacBook, but he like all of a sudden turns the laptop towards, so it's facing me. I'm like standing kind of across the room, and I see the video, and I see myself in the fucking laptop. And by this time, I'm fucking off my ass, tripping. I've taken a trip to the edge of the fucking universe, so I'm not in the right state of mind to be seeing myself inside a computer. And once I saw that, I just fucking booked it down the hallway. I was like, no, I can't handle it, man. It's fucking, I can't see myself in the computer. I think I go into like the bathroom, and then this is like it's like a carnival of fucking horrors, because I go from the living room and run to the bathroom to get away from this shit. And then what happens? I look in the bathroom mirror, because the mirror is there, and if you're high as shit, you're gonna look in the mirror. They tell you not to, but you're gonna fucking do it because you're just curious. It's gonna happen, and it's so weird because you feel so disconnected from your identity. Or from your, like, you feel, I don't know, it just doesn't feel, it's like, what is that? What is that face? What is it? I don't understand that face. Like, it's me, but is it? What the fuck does me mean? And so you're going through this whole, you're and it wasn't like some cool, like, introspective, I'm discovering something about, like, how we're all one, and the fucking universe is like, blah, 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 blah. No, it was a fucking nightmare that I could not get out of, and it felt like it lasted forever. And so I fuck this shit. I can't look in the mirror. My face is melting. I gotta get out of here. So I go into a bedroom. I fucking lock the door, and it's dark. And light really fucks with you. At least it fucked with me. Depending, like rooms would have different moods. The lighting. You know how you can like go into a place that's like fluorescent lighting, and I'm saying sober. You know, for instance, and it has like shitty lighting. You're like, I don't dig. See, on something psychedelic, I feel like that's enhanced times 1,000. Because like every room, I would like turn on the light, be like, no, it's the wrong vibe, man. And so then I would finally find a room that had some nice mood lighting in it. Kind of like the lighting I have in here. You know, nice kind of orangey glow about it. And so I lie down, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to some music. That'll do it. That'll fix this whole situation. The nightmare will be over. And then eventually I'll fucking pass out, and everything will be cool. So I grabbed my fucking, well, I guess it would have been iPods at the time, right? Really aging myself here. But yeah, I fucking put the earplugs in, headphones, whatever the fuck. Earphones, earpods. And I start scrolling through my fucking music. And for some reason, I don't know, it was very cliche of me, but I was like, I'm going to listen to some fucking Pink Floyd. I feel like Pink Floyd, like, just like some long-ass fucking 20-minute instrumental weird shit, like from one of their early albums, and I couldn't I had no Pink Floyd. The Pink Floyd was gone. Why was the Pink Floyd gone? I still to this day don't fucking know why. Usually it was on there. I should have prepared, huh? No Dark Side of the Moon either. So I was freaking out. I was like, oh, no fucking Pink Floyd. What am I gonna do? And at that point, my friend came in the bedroom, and he's like, "How you doing, man? You doing okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't find the Pink Floyd." And you know, he kind of calmed me down a bit. He's like, "Hey, it's all right, chill out." At least from what I remember. And that was pretty much the extent of it. And then I calmed down. I went to the living room at one point later on, and it was like, I don't know, it was pretty early in the day. I'd been up fucking all night, and fine ass Korean girl was sitting in the chair, just fucking chilling, just like with a smile on her face and everything. It's like she was having the time of her fucking life. Meanwhile, I'm experiencing what I can only assume is what fucking being close to death feels like. And then she's just fucking sitting there like hanging out, like, hey. She was peachy. Like nothing fucking happened. And then eventually we kind of all came down, you know. And then she left, got into a cab, and went home. And I haven't done mushrooms since. But what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, if you're going to do a drug for the first time, you've never done it before in your life, do it with somebody who speaks fucking English. Because if you don't, you're going to have a bad time, bad trip, okay? Take it from Uncle Chad. That's what you need to do. I do enjoy that story in retrospect. At the time, it wasn't fun. And I was kind of pissed later on. I was like, God damn it, I fucking blew it. Why the fuck did I do that? Why did I take the goddamn mushrooms? But I don't know. You know, it's a life experience. Oh, I got about 10 minutes left. I'm gonna do another crazy drug story from my youth. This time, all the way back in was it 2003, something like that, 2002. I don't know. I was like 16 or 17 at the time, I think. Anyway, I was in high school. I hung out with a lot of fucking idiots back then. And like one cool person. One or two cool people and then a bunch of fucking idiots. But said idiots wanted to smoke some weed. We were gonna get together, play some Halo, and they wanted to get some weed and smoke it, as you do, I guess, when you're playing Halo. So they fucking, I don't remember whose decision this fucking was, but they designated me the fucking like weed fucking weed buyer. So I had to be the buyer. And I knew, in every high school there's always that one fucking kid who's like always stoned out of his fucking mind. And I think it was maybe because I had a class with him. Nobody else did. Maybe that was it. I don't fucking know. What was his name? Like Sean or Scott? Fuck. Anyway, I approached this kid in like Spanish class or some shit. And I'm like, hey, I hear you fucking sell a little bit of that fucking smoke on the side, baby. I didn't say it like that. I would now, though. And they would not sell it to me. Like, ugh. But he's like, yeah, sure. And then I was like, okay, can I buy some of that off you? And then we arranged that. And he's like, yeah, I'll bring it tomorrow or whatever the fuck. So the next day at lunch time, I go out to his car with him. And he grabs the nugs, the dank nugs, and gives them to me. And that was the end of the transaction there. And this guy was a little goofy, being that he was stoned out of his fucking mind at 16 or 17 every goddamn day. So wasn't all there. He's a little fucking So I get the shit. I procure the the items, and then flash forward to the weekend, and all my friends and I are together, and we're playing video games, and back, I don't know if this is still like what kids do. I think maybe it was just what fucking trashy Ohio kids did back in, but we had like a bunch of we'd buy Black and Milds, right? Or somehow, maybe were we 18 at the time? How the fuck did we get Black and Milds? Maybe somebody bought it for somebody else. I don't remember. Huh. But anyway, we had a bunch of Black and Milds, because that was like the cool thing to smoke. And then we would empty out the tobacco from the Black and Mild, and we fucking filled like a couple of these up with just fucking weed. If there's nothing else, just this fucking weed. And we went out into the driveway late at night. After some fucking PvP online. And we fucking smoked this thing all the way down. And there were like 4 of us. 4 or 5 of us. And I think one of us did not smoke it. They were like the babysitter. I think there was the one kid we like made fun of all the time because he was kind of like aspy, And he was like watching us, making sure nothing bad happened. And like we came back inside and we were sitting there for a while, and we're like, the fuck, that was some shit weed, man. There's like nothing, I don't feel high at all. And right, and I'm not fucking exaggerating, okay? Right when whoever said it, like, I don't feel anything, man. It like hits, just like that. It's like fucking the most intense weed high I've ever felt in my life. And it's when you discover why this was the case, it won't be that surprising. But so yeah, we're like, fucking, oh my god. And we're like, holy shit. One of my friends, my best friend, is on the bed and he's like laughing his ass off. And then this one fucking kid I used to hang out with, he was kind of an idiot. Maybe still is, I don't know. Yeah. He's like on the floor, like he's just like staring at the TV. We had some random like TV show on, and he's just like sitting there like transfixed by this fucking thing. And then he's quiet for a while, and then he just fucking snaps, and he's like, "Oh man, He's like, I'm fucking dying. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And he's like writhing on the ground. He's like, I forgot how to breathe. And we're just all looking at him like, what? What do you mean forget how to? You can't forget how to breathe. You fucking asshole. And then, so he's like crying out, screaming out, and I'm like, fucking somebody keep it. And I'm like freaking out to myself, but I'm not like on this level. And he's just rolling around, this kid, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna die. And then I'm like, oh, somebody shut him the fuck up. And I like go outside to like check because my dad was there. I think my mom was at work. My dad was there. I'm like, if this motherfucker wakes up my dad, I'm fucking dead. Like I can't let my dad find out I've been smoking this shit. And I'm like, and so I go into the bathroom and I'm just like splashing water on my face. I'm like, okay, fuck me. Like, you're gonna get through this. And I look at my reflection, and I'm fucking pale as a ghost. I kid you not. Like, and you know, I'm white, but I'm not a pale white. I was fucking pale. Like, I looked like a fucking cadaver, and it was not looking good for me. I was like, holy shit, what did we smoke? What the fuck was in that? And then I start getting like, I was like, this does not feel like weed. This is something else. And I start kind of getting like shakes, you know. I'm like, I'm like, and a little bit of an anxiety attack probably as well. But I'm like, it's almost like a shivers. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And getting kind of like dizzy, woozy, you know. And then so I go back into my room and I'm fucking trying to calm this motherfucker down. And then all of a sudden, this stupid bastard swings open my bedroom door, and he's like on all fours, and he's like, "I'm fucking dying, help, blah." He's like dry heaving. It's disgusting. And then fucking, I see the light turn on in my parents' bedroom. My dad fucking comes out, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, he's fucking groggy. He's not expecting this to be fucking happening tonight." He's like, "What's going on?" And then I was like, I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out how to handle this shit. And then I go with my dad. I'm like, just guys, calm this fucking kid down. And I go with my dad. I bring him into the kitchen, and I'm like, and I probably looked like a fucking maniac talking to him, but it seemed like I was speaking fairly coherently at the time. But I was like, oh, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. I think he went outside. You know, they went outside. They smoked some stuff. I don't know, but it wasn't me. Well, how could it be me, you precious little fucking only child, Chad? I'm innocent. I didn't do shit. And I don't think he bought it, but he was just still kind of confused. He's like, oh, okay, just, you know, fucking handle it. Keep. Is it gonna be okay? You gotta fucking keep it down. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. And eventually we get this fucking this kid to calm down, or at least my friends did. Before this, after I'm done talking to my dad, and I'm like, yeah, everything's cool. We'll get it under control. It's fine. As I like turn the corner and like walk into a hallway, I just like immediately fucking projectile vomit. Just like fucking, it looked like green slime, just like weed green fucking vomit. I turn around, I'm like, okay, Dad, and it's just like it's fucking all over the carpet. It's a nightmare. It's a shit show. This whole experience. I'm like, oh my god. I don't even think I bothered trying to clean it up. I was so fucking out of it. And I was like, oh, I can't fucking handle this. So I just go into the fucking bathroom and I just like lock the door and just like huddle up with the fucking toilet. And I must have passed out there for a while. And then I woke up a little bit later, went to the little guest room, and passed out there for even longer. And then woke up the next day feeling fucking fine. Feeling fresh as a daisy. Is that a thing? Fresh as a... I felt great. Because back then, you could like do crazy shit like that and still feel halfway normal when you woke up. I miss those days. So the next day I wake up, you know, I'm like, oh, phew, crazy. It's a crazy night. Jesus Christ. And I go into my room where all my friends were sleeping. I don't know. We must have done this in the middle of the night. I don't know. But there was just like a mound of fucking like Nature Valley granola bars in the fucking like middle of the room. Nobody took them out. The wrap, the paper, they're just fucking just a fucking mound of them. It's like somebody would like go in and grab one and like put it away. Nobody fucking touched them. So I thought that was funny. And then I just like fucking looked at my best friend and we just started laughing. We're like, what the fuck was in that shit? Like, that wasn't regular ass weed, man. One friend was hallucinating that he couldn't breathe, and that he said he saw some shit on the TV. That was weird, some kind of hallucination. And then I was like, had the shakes and fucking vomited, and was pale, and like shivering. And I'm like, what the fuck was in it? Like, I don't think it was regular weed. I think it was laced with some shit. And I think we like Googled and we decided that it was PCP. I don't know if it was. I don't know. Maybe it was just fucking really strong ass weed. Maybe it was some fucking Pineapple Express military grade shit that we were not prepared for. Nowadays, they got like insane weed that'll like put you in another dimension. But back then, you know, when I was in high school, like, they had strong weed, but that shit was like on another level. Was it PCP? I don't know. I questioned the stoner kid when we got back to school that Monday, and I was like, dude, was there something in there? He's like, it was my dad's. I don't know. So, I mean, the more the time passes, the more I start to think maybe it wasn't PCP. Maybe it was just some fucking super strong shit. But I don't know. I don't know. I probably will never know. But yeah, holy shit, time flies when you're talking about how much of a drug fiend you were. Now, this gives you the wrong idea. I was actually like pretty reserved, you know, in school. I wasn't a wild man, but you know, there were occasions where we, you know, let loose a little bit. And not to mention all the times I got drunk in the basement. Actually, getting drunk in the basement, like, took me up, bumped me up a couple notches in like the popularity totem pole. Because I used to have like parties in the fucking parents' my house, whatever, in the basement, very discreetly, playing beer pong on the pool table. Oh, good times. Good times. Vomiting in Abercrombie and Fitch shopping bags. That happened once. Getting naked. I remember some random fucking girl just getting naked. I don't know why. I don't know why she did that. We didn't ask her to. I think maybe somebody jokingly asked her to. She's like, okay. The fuck? How was I a virgin until I was 19? That's the real question here. I guess because I was too timid back then. Should have taken better advantage of things. Well, yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Drug stories with Chad. I'll give you a little insight into my life. Maybe explain why I'm a little off. You know, I'm a little odd. Something broke my brain. It was either the ecstasy or the PCP. I don't know. One of those. I never did crack though. So whatever. All right. Well, it was nice talking to you guys. I'll see you around probably next week. I'll have another topic. Maybe this will be a new thing. Just every week have a new topic. Maybe next week I could talk about fucking all my crazy sexual experiences. I have a good couple stories that I'm sure you'd love to hear. See you around, guys. Bye.